Hi, hello, good evening to one and all. I am your Sri Acharam from ninth standard. So, friends, let's start this day with a new learning, which is natural. Natural reliefs. Yes, what are natural reliefs? So, natural reliefs are the having common features. So, they will have common features which is different from others. Yes, so we are observing these all which are having common features. They are only water, atmosphere, biosphere, lithosphere. Lithosphere means litho means rocks, which is the crustal area. So top layer of the earth is the crustal area. We are living on the earth. On the top layer means crustal area. Next, biosphere means which is we can see all living organisms. Next, hydrosphere, which is totally realm of the water. Atmosphere, we know about atmosphere. So let's learn deep about each one of them. What is the common feature is having in each one of them. So let's start with the hydrosphere. Hi, hello friends. So now we are going to discuss about hydrosphere. Hydrosphere means here hydro means water, sphere means sphere ball. So totally we are going to discuss about water. So what is the water, what is the facility, resource, and how the water oceans. So we know about hydrological cycle as we learn in our primary classes as water cycle. So in water cycle, how many stages are there? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, runoff, groundwater, and the sixth one is transportation. So these are the main stages in hydrological cycle, means in water cycle. We learn it as a water cycle. So this hydrological cycle is very important, in our day-to-day life, which the rain falls. So what is the sixth one stage is transportation. Okay, here you are seeing a picture of the hydrological cycle. So here there are steps of hydrological cycle. They are evaporation, next transpiration, next condensation, next precipitation, runoff, okay, and infiltration and surface or outflow. So here evaporation means the water which is evaporated. The water which is evaporated means the liquid is changing into gaseous stage due to more heat of sun. So the liquid is changing into gaseous state, means the water is changing into water vapor due to more heat, is known as evaporation. Next, transportation. Transportation means the movement of water particles which are going from oceans to from clouds, means from to atmosphere, is known as transportation. So the movement of particles, water particles which are going from land to atmosphere is known as transportation. So after going in atmosphere, there will be huge wind. So due to wind, clouds and the rain droplets which are went to the atmosphere due to evaporation and transportation, they will move and they become condenses, means they becomes into rain droplets. Here you are seeing rain droplets are falling from clouds. So due to more round and round, due to wind, they become condenses. So due to more condenses, sometimes we fall ice cubes. Yes or no? Sometimes for more condensation, there will be a rocks falling, ice cubes down. So this is the process how the rain falls. Okay, so not the God is important here. Okay, there will be a scientific, means science, there will be a science. And next year, precipitation means the water which is condensed, which they come down is known as precipitation. Here you are seeing one layer small structure. It is known as runoff. So when the rain falls on the mountain, what happens? Automatically it flow downs. It's flow downs, no? So it flow downs. Here also you are seeing the runoff. So like this, runoff means when the rain falls on the mountains, it will flow down from the hill, is known as runoff. Okay, and here we are seeing that groundwater. So here infiltration water is there, no, before the soil. So this is totally groundwater. So this groundwater is used in mostly summer season. So when the rain falls, so that's why we build. So when the rain falls, that's why sometimes we build that rain harvesting like tanks. So when we dig, what happens? The water will store in that. So in summer we will use it. See, the water will store here. So in summer we will use this water for our needs. So this is the hydrological cycle, okay, which is more important due to the causes of rains. So what you will say, what is the cause for rain? It is due to the hydrological cycle. Okay, hydrological cycle. How many stages we discussed? Evaporation, transportation, transpiration, precipitation, runoff. And most important aspect in this hydrosphere is the ocean. Here you are seeing the oceans. So oceans, here you are seeing the oceans, no? So these oceans will play a major role. Okay, these oceans will play a major role in our life. So in million years before ago, there will be only one supercontinent called Panthalassa. Okay, the only one supercontinent called Panthalassa. Only one ocean will be there. What is that? Panthalassa. So next year, ocean floor. So in this ocean floor there are 4 types. Okay, there are 4 layers. As like a soil, there will be a 4 layers. So like that there are 4. Here upward you are seeing continental shelf, slope, submarine, canyon, deep sea plain. So these are the major parts of the ocean. Let's discuss each one of them. Continental shelf. So continental shelf, what is meant by continental shelf? It is the border zone. It is the border zone between land and sea. So it depths up to 200 to 3000 meters. How much? It depth up to 200 to 3000 meters. And it occupies the space is about 7.6%. How much the space it will occupy? 7.6%. Okay. And next one is continental slope. So what is meant by continental slope? So continental slopes, so it is formed due to erosion. Here erosion means so sometimes the water and wind had a great power to carry soils and rocks from one place to another place. So due to that, what happens? After going to a certain place, they do not have a power to take more sand and rocks. So they leave it in a particular place. So at that it becomes slope. So beside it becomes more high, and one side when there is a water it becomes down. See, here you are seeing the land, no? So here you are seeing the land. So when the erosion happens, it becomes slope. Okay, it becomes slope. So at depth
continental shelf depth up to 200 meters to 3000 meters depth. Okay, it is formed by the process of erosion of glaciers and the rivers. It occupies the space about 15%. How much percent? It occupies the space about 15%. So next one is deep sea plain. So deep sea plain, these are the flattest and smoothest regions of the world. So it depths up to 3000 to 6000 meters. It occupies how much space? It occupies 76.2%. So it occupies the space 76.2%. And these are the flattest and smoothest regions. Okay, and next important one is trenches. Here you are seeing middle oceanic ridge. So these are the trenches. So these are the large narrow trenches that plunge as Great Ocean deeps up to a depth of 6000 meters. So here there are some important trenches. Mariana. Okay, Mariana Trench in Pacific Ocean, depth up to 11,022. And next, Naves in Atlantic Ocean, depth up to 10,475 meters. Next one is Java in India, depth up to Java in Indian Ocean, which is depth up to 7,450. So these are the important trenches. Next one topic is salt. So friends, once think that in each and every curry you will use a salt. So in curd also you will use salt. So think, where do we get salt? Yes, all of say that oceans. Yes, ocean. But ocean, for ocean, where do the ocean get the salt? Did the ocean prepares itself? No. So million years ago, friends, there will be so many rivers which are washed out the rocks. Means when the rain falls on the rocks, what happens? Automatically always falling. So always falling, they will wash. They will go like a flow from the rocks. They will go like a flow from the rocks. Means they will wash. So the NaCl means sodium chloride, which is present in rocks. So they will, what happens? They will mix it with water. So when they mixed with water, the water also contains sodium chloride. So this sodium chloride only named as a table salt. So due to this, what happens? At last, after having a more sodium chloride in water, so it will float and come to a land. So like that we get a salt. So next here, the salinity is the term used to define the total content of dissolved salts in seawater. Here salinity is the word which is used to define how much salt is dissolved in seawater. So how much salt? It is calculated as the amount of salt in grams dissolved in 1000 grams of seawater. How much 1000 grams of salt is dissolved in seawater? It is calculated by salinity is the term. Okay, the term salinity used. So in this it is calculated as grams. How much? 1000. How many 1000 grams is used in? So it is also known as, generally speaking, the average salinity of the ocean is 35 parts per thousand. So what is the average salinity of the ocean? Yes, it is 35 parts of salt in 1000 parts of water. We called it as 35 parts of 1000. So all seawater contains a large amount of sodium chloride. Do you know the rivers? Okay, the rivers also contain 77 parts per thousand of salinity. The word we use. All seawater contains how much? Large amount of dissolved mineral matter. Okay. So next one is important topic we are going to discuss about ocean water current. So these are caused to four stages. So let's discuss each one of them. So before that, the ocean water current which flows speedily is known as stream, which flows slowly is known as drift. Okay, so first cause is centrifugal force. The centrifugal force at the equator is the greater than the poles. Okay, here centrifugal force is greater than the poles, means north pole, south pole, equator is there, no? So in that at the equator point centrifugal force will be more, because so that's why it named as a centri. So next one is effects of winds. The stresses due to wind and the wind movement modifies the direction of the currents. Here when there is more winds, what happens? The water will also flow in the direction of winds. So if the direction comes like this, the water will also, flowing of water will also go like this only. So due to more that, so at the wind speed, when the wind comes more, what happens? We get power, no? So power will get for due to wind also. So when 50 miles per hour will produce a current whose velocity would be 0.75 miles per hour. Okay, next precipitation. The equatorial areas receive the greatest rainfall. Yes, it's true. The areas which are getting more rains. So what is the term we use at the rain which gets from atmosphere to down? Yes, precipitation. So they have sea level increased when the greatest rainfall. So due to that, the water moves to north and south poles. Next, solar energy. Heating by solar energy causes the water to expand. Okay, that is why the ocean water is about 8 centimeter higher in level near the equator than in the middle latitudes. So due to increasing of the levels, what happened? This causes a very slight gradient and water tends to flow down the slope. So due to more it flows, it will increase and increase, and it will flows, it will more increases and also it will flows. So this is about ocean currents. Okay friends, we are completed totally. So in before we learnt about the ocean. Okay friends, we have completed the class about hydrosphere. So I think you have learned a lot and you get more knowledge from this. If you like my content, please share. Thanks for watching. So don't forget to share and like and subscribe. So comment also. If there is any mistake in my content, please comment. So by that I can improve myself. Thank you one and all.